Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. Today we are diving in with a mod that makes the Sturgians exactly how I have them in my head. A heavy-hitting infantry force that is unmatched on the battlefield when it comes to foot infantry. But before we go ahead and take a look at that, I want to go and give a massive thank you to today's sponsor. A massive thank you to Arkheim Realms at War for sponsoring this video. Arkheim is an MMO fantasy game which is heavily focused on team play. When beginning a round of Arkheim Realms at War, you'll be tasked with joining a realm of 15 players. Coordinating with these players is crucial to success and will allow you to take on other realms, conquering their resources for your own. There is also a league system in the game which runs for roughly 10 weeks. The more competitive players will advance to the more resource-rich islands, allowing them to advance faster to the final destination and win the game. Whereas the more casual players can take the game at their own pace without fear of falling behind, as they won't be on the same islands. In Arkheim, you also have your own personal safe haven which cannot be attacked by other players, which means if your realm loses a war, you can bounce back quickly as you still have all your resource production in your safe haven itself and can still compete to get off the island and on to the next one. The game is also cross-platform, allowing you to play in both browser and mobile. I've been playing Arkheim Realms at War for about a month now in my own personal time, and I've been really digging the team aspect of the game, working together, coordinating to take down the enemy towers around our base. Make sure you use the link in the description and sign up and start your Arkheim Realm adventure right now. I will also be following up on my own progress on the later stages of the game I'm currently in future videos, so make sure you keep a good eye out for that. Okay, so once again, massive thank you for that sponsorship. I've actually been having an absolute blast playing the game, so yeah, definitely go check out the link in the description as I would have mentioned. But yeah, so back to the video. We are diving in with the Sturgians today with the More Troops mod. This mod goes ahead and adds in vast rosters for all the factions, and one of the things I really like about the mod itself is the ability to pick and choose what factions you want to go ahead and give these units to. You can go ahead and keep the vanilla roster of any faction by just deleting the folder of said faction, or even just not ticking it on. It's like a really nice kind of build your own puzzle piece of factions, so I definitely do dig that quite a lot. And today we're going to be putting ourselves up with a pretty mighty force. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Sturgians can handle. I just need to quickly give myself a Sturgian general. We'll go ahead and do that really quickly. But yeah, so for our Sturgians, we have the elite heavy infantry right here. These are the Vitsya Guard. They have javelins, they have axes, huge shields, and just really high armor values. I believe these are the highest tier infantry, and the actual unitary itself breaks off into, I believe, 3 different types that you can pick from. I also have myself 100 of these elite berserkers, and one of the problems with the vanilla berserkers for Sturgia is they're just way too vulnerable. I think they actually get less armor the higher level you get them in vanilla, which means that they just get killed by missiles. And in vanilla, missiles are so goddamn potent. They just get wiped away, and they just, yeah, the berserkers just can never really do their job. However, in More Troops, as you can see, these guys are armed from head to toe in heavy armor, so yeah, they don't really have a great way of protecting themselves from missiles, but I believe they do have a pretty high two-hand skill, which might give them the skill to actually deflect arrows, and obviously just in general, their armor is, you know, pretty goddamn amazing, so it's going to give them a lot of protection. We also just have some Sturgian skirmishers in our army, along with some of the mounted skirmishers as well. So yeah, overall, I just really want to test out their kind of upper elite echelon infantry. These are the guys you're going to be working towards and having in your army. As I said, there is also a spear variant somewhere. Yeah, these are the spear guards, but I obviously prefer the Vitsya guard because these guys are a little bit more hard hitting when it comes to the melee fight. Going up against us, we do just have some of the normal infantry for the Romans, so again, nothing crazy on there, but I really just wanted to kind of pit these guys against them and see how we fare. So as well as that, I've also given them way more numbers as well. You can see they've got an extra 200 Hastati down here, along with a few extra missiles and other stuff like that. So realistically, we should be outnumbered. This should be an uphill battle, but hopefully the quality of the Sturgians will shine through. As well as that, obviously they will be having way more numbers than us. You can see they've got 600 soldiers on the field. We've got 424. as more and more men do come on the field. So let's go ahead and set up our formation. It should be a pretty decent one. So let's set up our infantry line like so. I'm also going to give over all my cavalry over just to the AI to control. I kind of find that generally the AI does do a better job of like micromanaging the cavalry, and then you can kind of just jump in whenever you need to. We also have somewhat missiles here as well, or are these my berserkers? These are my berserkers. I want to keep these guys relatively safe away from the enemy cavalry, and we have like hardly any skirmishers, but we'll throw these guys on the front line to try their best to deal with the enemy line and just try and pick off a few of them as they come further forward. Obviously, we have a lot of javelins ourselves, and I mean, the Sturgian infantry looks pretty goddamn scary. They're, equipped with a range of weapons, as you can see, axes, spears, or wait, did I give myself oh my god, I gave myself a spear? Or have they just got all different weapons? Actually, it just seems like they've all got a varied amount of weapons. Okay, good. I made sure I give myself the right units. I can't remember if I actually went ahead and clicked them back. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, I did pick the right units. They just have a varied kind of setup of weapons, which again, it's really cool. Kind of adds a lot of flavor. So some are equipped with javelins, some are equipped with spears, some are equipped with a big two-handed weapon on the back. And the majority of them are just all equipped with them smaller axes as well, which is nice. I mean, obviously, we have skirmishers. These guys looking very nice indeed. Them helmets are insane. They're so cool. With a huge weapon as well. So we're going to have to use these guys pretty effectively. Obviously, the enemy cavalry is already starting to make their way in. My cavalry is skirmishing. Obviously, their missiles are going to hurt a lot as well as the Dornishmen charge forward. You can see them making their move. Yeah, these archers are going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. They don't really have any long-range missiles, so I think we're definitely going to take casualties early on. We can also always just form like a shield wall. Is that friendly? Oh no, it's enemy cavalry. Oh god, that's not good. Let's see if we can get ourselves stuck in. It's not a bad first hit though. 61 damage, I'll take that. 82 damage there. And the nice thing is as well about the Sturgian infantry is they're very bulky and they also have big old shields, so they're actually pretty capable of dealing with the enemy cavalry charge, which is so brutal in more troops, which is a mob we're using for combat, which just makes them really, really difficult to deal with as a whole. But yeah, the Sturgian infantry seemingly does really good. Again, they're being equipped with a mix of weapons on their back as their secondary. It seems like the majority of infantry get that axe, get that shield, get from javelins, but then they also have a varied weapon. Oh no, it does seem like the javelins are actually mixed out, which is a really interesting kind of take on it. Very cool indeed. Okay, so the enemy missiles are going to be coming in with our own cavalry kind of skirmishing with them. Hopefully just throwing javelins. I mean, that is a very scary front line. Hopefully our missiles or our cavalry itself can just cause them some issues. Yeah, that's what the javelins are kind of there for. Sturgian mounted cavalry doing pretty good. Oh, way too early there. Javelins coming in as well. I've also noticed that javelins are actually a pretty effective tool. Yeah, them spears are doing an amazing job. I'm very scared of that infantry line though. Okay. Let's go in slow-mo because I'm going to really have to try and deal with my infantry line. Let's make it a little bit longer, and then let's have these guys in a nice little wedge formation. Basically, when the enemy line comes flying in and hits my front line, I really, really want my my battle line to then get stuck in. Let's pull these guys back, and then yeah, I really want to use my shock infantry to basically fill the gap wherever the enemy start to break through, whether it's the flanks, whether it's the center. I really want my line there to do the damage. There's a lot more arrow fires now coming in from the enemy position. You can see that. And that's going to hurt. You know, we don't really have the capability of dealing with them. But you can already see how effective, as we just smashed that guy down, how effective our infantry is being. And their combined assault is not, working out too well. Okay, here they come. The main infantry lines have now hit. Seems like this is really where they're focusing. We also have a lot of reserves back here kind of fannying around, so we'll take advantage of that. Okay, let's take up these skirmishes now. Let's push the skirmishes into this pocket because, again, it seems like the AI is really focusing on that. But already, as you can see, just how effective my infantry is being against the enemy battle line. Now, they're pushing us back, but we are just racking up kill after kill after kill. Are you friendly? Oh, you're not friendly, though, but we've just mounted him, which is nice. Oh, I have so much damage on him as well. But yeah, you can see the amount of damage we're doing just from that front line being so effective. And again, these are pretty strong, Imperial infantry as well. You know, these are the top tier infantry. So we managed to break them back pretty effective. And we also got some axe throwing coming in as well. So that real combined, you know, that combined work is coming in clutch right now. The enemy are going to fall back, wait for their reinforcements to come on. But so far, what we've lost, you know, we lost 10 men in our elite shield wall. With all these javelins, we've just decimated them. We really, really have. Again, this time we're going to be out of a lot of our javelins and other weaponry. You know, but even still, the next volley that comes in, we should be able to effectively dismantle it. So I'll let them obviously form up. We'll also go faster on the triple speed. Let them reform their line. Skirmishers can keep on harassing. Imagine if they were actually just straight up retreating and we weren't going back to reform the line. We can also take this time as well to stick our infantry into a shield wall and see what it looks like. Shield walls just look so goddamn cool. It really does. It's such a shame that this just sucks. I think it is better in the new updates of Realistic Battle, but it looks so goddamn cool. And it's such a shame that it's just, yeah, not the effective formation to form up. It really, really should be, because obviously it is the Sturgian way. You also have a lot of these other skirmishers as well. I might stick these skirmishers back out front of my battle line, honestly. And again, let these guys take the initial brunt of missile fire and javelins. The enemy has reformed up now, and this kind of continuous assault is going to be what does damage to us. Obviously, previously we were fighting them, and they were very much coming in drips and drabs. Whereas this time, it should be a little bit scarier, because they're coming in obviously a much more condensed line. Let's get ourselves out of that shield wall ASAP as well. Wait, where did these guys go? Oh, they're stuck in the shield wall. Yeah, I can see them. Okay, here they come. As I said, we definitely want to utilize these guys effectively. A lot more missile fire now coming in. We should be able to return the fire, though. There you go. Our javelins taking the assault. Let's get these guys back now. We also stick down our slow-mo section as well. So as we said, we basically all this guy's mine. Yeah, he is definitely taken care of. Again, it seems like they're really focusing their battle line like in the center of my forces. So again, let's get these skirmishers up here, and we'll stick them into this section of the battlefield. Seems like the left flank, the AI is really not prioritizing. And yeah, when it comes down to it, it's the effectiveness of the infantry. The fact that they can switch between them aggressive two-handed axes that some of them have, not all of them. Some of them are using that sword and shield. So it's that real mix of like the infantry that are defending are using that sword and shield, and then everyone else is playing a lot more passively and kind of the sword and shields are the ones doing the damage, and then the axes in that unit are the ones just slaughtering them. My god. And yeah, let's just go aggressive now. Let's not give them any quarter. Let's just charge. Man, I knew we were going to slaughter, but not this badly. I thought the AI was going to do much better, because this is the vanilla more troops. This is vanilla Romans, or I guess Imperials. And generally, with the realistic battle, it's not balanced for more troops, which means that the AI is the vanilla factions generally do a lot better. Because again, this mod isn't balanced for more troops. But the Sturgians are tearing them apart right now. I even gave them some of their really good shock halberd infantry as well. And right now, we are just pursuing them into the abyss. So another Imperial infantry goes down right there. Okay, good. We'll keep on pushing them. I don't want to go obviously too aggressive. We want to obviously be a little bit cautious. Let's form up our wedge right there. Skirmishers. Oh, sorry, is that cavalry or skirmishers? Yeah. Oh, they're coming back in. Just keep on charging. I'll throw all my shock infantry into them as well. Whip out our javelin. Oh, that javelin actually almost hit me as well. Got some cavalry here. Let's see if we can go ahead and take it out. Slow motion. Perfect. Dismounted him. Oh, there's the queen. Oh, nice. We one-shot her as well. God damn, this spear is insane. There's our own infantry wrapping around the flanks. Oh, they're being completely surrounded right now. There is no escape. The entire Romans is Cannae all over again. The Romans retreating and being sandwiched in. The axes coming down and just massacring the opponents. And do keep in mind as well, guys, I am on 1.5.6 still, because this is just the version I'm currently playing on due to my stream campaign. So there have been plenty of updates to a realistic battle mod, and also I believe 2 more troops had an update on February. which does mean that some stuff has been changed. I think they've made spears a lot more effective in the newer updates, which is great. And once again, yeah, we've massacred them again. So let's just reform the line. They're going to obviously try and reform themselves. They've got their reinforcements coming in. Let's also stick under there these Sturgian berserkers on the left flank. Interestingly, let's see how many kills we got on particular units. So the Vitzigard have obviously got 300 kills. It makes sense. They're the ones who I've got the most of in my battle line. They basically killed 1 for 1. The berserkers haven't really got that stuck in. I might send in the berserkers by themselves this time and see how they fare. But as you can see, like, this is exactly what I want from a Sturgian faction, you know. This faction is all about that melee engagement, and that's obviously exactly what you want from them. You want them to have this capability of just, you know, being unmatched, and it needs, like, combined efforts of missile and cavalry to bring them down, which a lot of the factions do have that capability, you know, of doing. They really, really do. Let's keep on pushing up these guys. You know, whereas Valandia will use their heavy knights, which let me tell you are insane in realistic battle mod. They absolutely are just disgustingly good. Cavalry is like the best thing in realistic battle mod, much like it should be. You'll see right here. I mean, oh my god, bro. Maybe not. The amount of axes we have here are just insane. Let's see how well the axes do as well. I mean, pretty good. Obviously not as good as, you know, with the amount of soldiers. They are getting a little bit enveloped and stuff, but they have that capability of just overheading their weapon. And yeah, this battle is not even close. We just have all this infantry back here. As I said, I gave them way more men than me, and I was like, yeah, that'd probably be a pretty close battle. So far, that is not a close battle. Let's come in and see if we can help out the boys a little bit. And what's surprising me about us doing so well with these two-handers is in realistic battle mode as well, the AI does tend to use their shield way more to block. Which obviously makes them much scarier because it means our axes aren't finding their mark. Basically, okay, we're getting slaughtered now. Yeah, the AI's numbers have come in. Let's see if we can. Let's pull back these axes now. Throw out the infantry. Yeah, pull back the axes. They've done their job. You can also as well tell how long this battle's lasted as well. You know, that's one of the reasons I love realistic battle mode as well. It makes battles actually last a decent length. But yeah, these Vitzigard are insane. They're probably the best unit in the game when it comes to infantry. Because of the ability of them having that hybrid capability of both axes and javelins and spears, they can basically take care of any opponent, right? Cavalry, some of them have axes. You know, infantry, they have the decision between swords and shields or anything else they want. They also have javelins to whittle down enemy shields and do other stuff like that. So overall, just a really scary force. See if we can get stuck in. Oh, so slow. Jesus, this heavy armor is crazy. And obviously, because they're so heavily armored, they can kind of withstand that missile fire a little bit more effectively. You can see some shots are only doing like 6 damage. I think crossbows do a lot more to obviously heavily armored units. This is it. The Imperials do not stand a chance. We outnumber them so heavily. I'm also pretty interested to see how much damage this spear does as well. If I can ever get over anywhere. Yeah, I mean, 83 damage. I mean, obviously this is a very, very strong spear, but even still, spears being able to do that much damage is really good. I feel like spears are one of the most underutilized weapons in the whole of Bannerlords. They just don't really work, and I think maybe they just do need a damage buff. I think as well in the newest updates of realistic battle, they made it so spears are much more effective in formation as well, which again is great. You know, spears should be really effective in formation, but not so effective out of formation, I think. And boom, just like that, we steamrolled the enemy position. They did not stand a chance. Who's even left right now? We've got 25 men left apparently, but I think they're mainly just routing. Our cavalry is chasing them down. Yeah, I mean, overall, how many men did we lose? We lost 183 men. That is it. We were outnumbered by 200 men, and our quality just completely overran the enemy position. God damn. So total kills. So our Vitzigard got 414 kills, 514 kills. Berserkers got 172. They did take a high percentage of casualties though, but I think that's probably worth it. Our cavalry did okay, 80 kills, lost 42 of them. So pretty much completely died out. But still, did their job, I think. And our brigands as well, 21 kills. Hey, that's not too... Sorry, that's how many deaths they got? Yeah, they only got 3 kills, but they definitely did wound the enemy shields and stuff, so I don't mind bringing them. I mean, realistically, I think they probably did their job, but still not bad whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, again, the Imperial Veteran Infantry really struggled at taking me down. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see me do more videos with the More Troops mod, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to do it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.